torture he went through, or the extent of the torture that we went through, but we know that it happened. And then they want him to carry his cross, and he can barely do it. And so the soldiers grab this man out of the crowd, Simon, and they compel him to carry the cross. And I love this phrase that we see here. It tells us, they compel one Simon, a Cyrenian, who passed by. Now, I just want you to think about those words for a minute. This is a situation that is taking place, and here comes a man who is passing by, and they grab him and tell him to carry the cross of Jesus, and he does. He takes his cross, and he bears that burden. And his two sons watch that experience, and then Bible scholars believe they became strong members of the church in that time going forward. But there's another place where we see people passing by, and it's in verse 29. In my scriptures, I have linked these two phrases together because I think it is so important. It says, after they put him on the cross, and they write the thing above his head, the King of the Jews, and he's crucified with two thieves, it tells us in verse 27. And then in verse 29, it tells us, and they that passed by railed on him, wagging their heads and saying, you say you destroy the temple and build it in 3 days. Save thyself and come down from that cross. And there's just two things right there that are so parallel, and the lesson is so good because one passed by and carried the cross, right? He was like, this is important. This is an important man. This is the most important event that will happen in mortality, and I will be a part of it. And there was a whole other group that passed by and mocked that and spit on him and told him, you come down from that cross, right? I don't want anything to do with that cross. I don't want anything to do with what is happening right now. And it is the choice of our existence. It's the choice of mortality. It's the choice of everything we believe. Do we accept Jesus, who died on the cross for us as our Savior? And do we want part with him? And will we take up that cross and follow him? Or are we the others who pass by, who mock that and spit on him and have no belief in what took place in that moment for all of us? It's just a good time to sit and ponder